Genesis chapter 41, verse 35 to 36. Have them gather all the food produced in the good years and bring them to Pharaoh's storehouses. Store it and guard it so that there will be food in the cities. That way, there will be enough to eat when the 7 years of famine hits the land of Egypt. Otherwise, this famine will destroy the land. Joseph interprets Pharaoh's dream and advises storing of grains for a famine, demonstrating the importance of foresight and preparedness in different economic seasons. Good morning. I am Paulina, and welcome to today's Money Moment. Over the next 4 weeks, we will explore ways to prepare for economic changes. Today, as an introduction to our topic, our take-home message will be understanding the economic cycle. Economic cycle refers to the fluctuations in the economy where there are seasons of growth and seasons of recession. These fluctuations are always driven by an interplay of factors, which are changes in consumer demands, technological innovations, monetary policies such as increase or decrease in interest rates and taxations, as well as external shocks, as seen in wars and natural disasters, for example, COVID-19. However, despite the cause of the fluctuation, every economic cycle goes through 4 phases. The first phase is the expansion phase, which is characterized by rapid growth. Interest rates are often lower during this phase, making it easier for companies and businesses to borrow money and to increase their production. There's always increase of employment during this season, and as the economic grows, it gets to its peak, which is the second phase. At the peak level, the economy grows till it hits its maximum rate, and then the economy begins to experience some imbalances. As the consumer demand continues to rise, businesses may no longer be able to produce to match up with this increased demand. Some companies might find it difficult to produce much, thereby having to increase their spending to be able to meet up with this demand. Normally, the burden is always transferred back to the consumer, and then prices of goods and services increase. Overall, we see pressures to build up as inflation goes up, thereby causing the economy to contract, which brings us to the third phase, which is the contraction phase. During this phase, businesses experience decline in profit. Consumer spending, especially on luxurious items, begins to fall. We see the stock value also decline as investors remove their investment to safer assets such as treasury bonds. Employment rate decreases during this phase of the economy, and there is always layoff of workers. Government enact policies to see how to curb this situation, bringing us to the fourth and final phase, which is the recovery phase. During the recovery phase, policies that were enacted during the contraction phase start to bear fruit. Businesses that retrenched during the contraction phase also start to build up, and investors now see the need to move their investment to stocks instead of bonds for greater yields. Businesses expand and employment rates begins to go up, and the cycle continues again. Through all these phases, you might want to know which sector performs well in which economic season or which economic cycle. We'll explore that next week. Let's take our declaration. I choose to learn the economic cycle, and I am making better decisions in every phase of it. Thank you very much.